Morning InfoPod Iran War. Day 6. Why the Kurds could open a second front in Iran. Good morning. You're listening to the War Update InfoPod, a clear look at what has changed overnight and what it might mean. Today is Day 6 of the Iran War, and attention is shifting to a new and potentially decisive factor: the Kurds. The Kurds are an ethnic group of around 30 to 40 million people spread across Turkey, Iraq, Syria, and Iran. They are often described as the world's largest nation without a state. Inside Iran, roughly 8 million Kurds live in the northwest of the country, along the border with Iraq. For decades, Kurdish political movements have fought Tehran for autonomy, rights, or independence. Now, as the war intensifies, Kurdish fighters may become a new ground force in the conflict. Several Iranian Kurdish militias are based just across the border in Iraqi Kurdistan. These groups include the Democratic Party of Iranian Kurdistan, Kamala, and the Kurdistan Freedom Party. Many of their fighters have combat experience from the wars against ISIS and previous insurgencies against Iran. In recent days, these Kurdish factions have formed a new alliance, the Coalition of Political Forces of Iranian Kurdistan, coordinating political and military action against Tehran. Reports now suggest that Kurdish forces are preparing potential cross-border operations into western Iran, possibly with backing from the United States. If that happens, it could dramatically change the shape of the war. Until now, the conflict has been dominated by airstrikes, missiles, and naval incidents. But Kurdish fighters could open a ground front inside Iran itself, forcing Iranian forces to fight on multiple fronts at once. That appears to be part of a wider strategy. Analysts say the aim may be to stretch Iran's military resources, weaken the government, and potentially trigger unrest among minority groups inside the country. However, the move is extremely risky. Iran has already carried out missile and drone strikes against Kurdish bases in Iraq, warning that it will not tolerate attacks from across the border. Neighboring countries are also nervous. Turkey has long opposed armed Kurdish groups near its borders, and Iraq's government has said it does not want its territory used to launch attacks on Iran. So, as Day 6 begins, the Kurdish factor represents one of the most volatile developments in the war. If Kurdish fighters move into Iran in large numbers, the conflict could shift from an international air war into a regional conflict with internal uprisings. That would make the war far harder to contain. That's the situation for now. You're up to date, and we'll watch what changes next.